Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about different savings categories and offering up some suggestions about what to save for and when to start saving for it. So today I'm going to use the newer budget sticker books and a fun alphabet sticker book. So let's start with the fun alphabet sticker book by adding a title to this page. Okay. So I think we are just going to jump right in here. Maybe we'll start with a different W. This is going to be a rainbow spread because, or not really a spread, but a rainbow page because savings isn't always fun, but you can make it fun. Whoops. See if we can get these on evenly and spelled properly. I think that before I started my current budget system, I didn't know exactly what I should be saving for. I just knew that I should be saving. So I think that this list hopefully will be helpful, that you can maybe get some ideas from it. They may not all apply to you. But at least it can help get you on the right track to begin saving. Okay, we've got what? Oof. Okay. Well, it's not really even, but that's okay. Maybe we can just kind of bring it over here so that even though they're not all perfectly centered, it still takes up a little bit of the space on the page. This is a list that I've been working on compiling for a while because I didn't want to miss anything, and I still may be missing something. So if you watch this and you think I might be missing something, please do let me know. What to save for. All right, now I've broken this list down into a couple of categories. What to save for. I'll move over the alphabets for now. And what I'd like to do is use these stickers from the budget sticker book, mainly because they're organized well. Where are they? These stickers, the monthly goal stickers. I don't really use them, and I have two sticker books, so I want to keep with this rainbow theme, this pastel rainbow, and we're going to cut them off. So maybe we'll start with the red because we're going to use do this rainbow theme. So I'm going to cut off the monthly goal section. Okay, now I have 12 ideas, and I think we can probably get these down 4 down and 3 across, so let's see how that goes. Okay. To get these even, I'm going to line them up with the page. So we have red, don't need these monthly goal ones. Actually, I think pink, orange. I want to put the right side one here so that I can center this properly in between them. So let's cut off this monthly goal part. Add a little bit of margin here. I can see that I haven't really cut these evenly, so I'll have to be a little bit more careful with that. And then we'll get this one right in the middle. Okay, so we have 3, and then we want to go 4 down. So red, pink, orange, let's grab yellow. And after I get all of these cut and placed, we will fill them in and talk about them a little bit. That's still not even. My mom watched my last video where I make a lawn sign in my planner for my nephew's birthday. And she has been asking me lately if I can cut her hair because she hasn't gotten her hair cut in a long time because of quarantine. And I've said no. And then after that video, red, pink, orange, yellow, green, after she watched it, she said, nope, you are not cutting my hair, because she realizes I cannot cut a straight line. So, Mom, if you're watching, I still can't cut a straight line. Okay, red, pink, orange, yellow, green. Let's see if we can get this lined up properly. Maybe we'll do this teal. I think I'm gonna have some room left over at the bottom, so maybe we'll put some notes in there or just some other fun stickers. Oh, that one's definitely not even. Okay. I feel like I used to be able to cut a straight line a little bit better. I don't know if it's because I'm doing this on camera or what, but let's try a little bit harder this time. That one seems to be a little bit better. I'm definitely going to have room at the bottom, so maybe we'll come up with a couple more ideas for this. I did kind of condense them down to 12. Oh wait, that's 9. Okay, we're not gonna have room at the bottom. I'm not cutting straight today, and I'm not doing proper math today. I'm really not a good math person at all. I've never been. I try, and it's just not my cup of tea. Ironically, I scored higher on my math SATs than I did in my verbal, even though verbal and writing and reading has always been my strong suit. I was actually a literature major in college. Yeah, that one's totally crooked. Okay, and then we have one more sticker book, so let's grab the last 3 from here. So we'll go back to red. I was saying I did score higher on my math SATs, which is weird. Or maybe that just means I scored really poorly on my verbal. I was the last, that one's bad, I was the last group of SAT students who took them before they went to, what, they were 1,600, so 2,400. Okay. That, I think it's, I'm gonna say that this is due to the talking and cutting and filming. Okay, one more. Okay, so here are the 12 savings categories. And these aren't, I don't think these are going to be in like priority order or anything like that, just because I think that while there are some budgeting items that I think everyone should include, not all of them are going to apply, and the priorities may be different for others as well. So the 2 pens that I'm using are the Sharpie S-Gel and Papermate Flare. Let me just make sure that the flare isn't dried out. I find that they dry out a lot. Okay, so the first thing, and I guess this will be, so for the first one, it's emergencies. And for each item that I'm suggesting to save for, I'm not really gonna use this Y, but they also have time frames. So like emergencies should be ongoing. So I think I'm going to put the time frame at the top here and then put the details in at the bottom. Yeah, okay, this way you'll be able to tell right away what the time frame is on saving for one of these. So first up, we have emergencies. Right, okay, so that's ongoing. Or maybe always, we'll do ongoing. Ongoing, and then I think I'm just gonna list out all of, no, you know what? I was going to list out all of the ongoing, but I realize if I do that, my hand is going to smear, because Papermate flares tend to smear pretty fast. So we're just gonna do the top 3 of ongoing. And this will be a great reference sheet when you're making your monthly budget or you're trying to decide what to save for. Okay, so first up, emergencies. This can, let's see if we can just get this written before I spell it wrong, after I told you that writing and spelling is my area. All right, we'll write emergency since we don't have room for emergencies. So emergency savings are for an emergency. Maybe it's a job loss, as a lot of people are experiencing right now, or it's a home expense that you didn't expect, like a hot water heater breaking or maybe a car issue. So that should be emergencies. I recommend first saving $1,000 into an emergency fund and then going by monthly expenses as you can. Then, even though I just talked about it a little bit, we're going to do medical costs. So while many of us are insured, there are other medical costs that come up. Maybe they're dental and you count that as medical, or you want to use dental as another category. Maybe it's a high copay or something that insurance doesn't cover. So medical should be part of your monthly budget as often as you can, because you never know when something is going to come up. In medical, I also would include pets. If you have a pet, you should definitely have a pet medical fund because those expenses can add up. Okay, next up, home repair. If you are a homeowner or plan on being a homeowner one day, things break all the time and there's no landlord to fix it. So I know a common one are a hot water heater or an air conditioning unit, or a fridge can break, and it's a lot less painful to your budget if you already have that saved for and prepared for. Okay, then, so those are the, we have a few more ongoing ones. Let's add ongoing here. One more. Okay, so we have emergency, we have medical, we have home repair. Next up is vacation. For a really long time, I didn't save for a vacation because I didn't have one planned. And then sometimes vacations come up last minute, so I didn't have the money for it. And even so, even when one is planned, if you already have a little bit of money, it can be small, it can be a couple $100, it can be $50 a month, whatever you're able to fit into your budget. But if you have money set aside for a vacation, it will make that a lot easier once you actually have a vacation date to be able to take that out of your budget and know that you've already put aside that money for it. The next one is car repair. Whether you own or lease a car, things are going to break. If you live in an area like I do, where there are a lot of potholes, you'll probably have to replace tires. You may have to get your brakes fixed. Oh, I spelled repair wrong. See what happens when I'm talking and writing. Let's see, is that dry? Okay, I'm just gonna use a little bit of this white pen to make that a P. It's not perfect. Also in here is car maintenance. Even if you put a little bit of money each month, like $10 minimum, in your budget, when you have an oil change or something that's just regular maintenance to keep the car operating properly, then you'll be able to have that accounted for as well. Another ongoing thing that I feel like may not always be thought of, I call it my thoughtful category. It's make sure I spell this right before I talk about it. Thoughtful is kind of like miscellaneous gifts. So perhaps, you know, a friend has lost a loved one and you want to send flowers, or you want to send a card to someone, or just a gift just because. If you already have an area in your budget specifically for those random types of gifts, it helps a lot because, you know, things happen, we don't expect them to, and you won't be wondering how you can help or how you can let, you know, a friend or family member know you're thinking of them because you can't afford it since you've already accounted for it in your budget. Okay, 1, 2. All right, the next two are annual, which I guess you can sort of consider ongoing, but really when I say ongoing, I mean it should be in every month's budget, so that as you take things out, you'll be able to refill it as time goes on. Does annual have one A or two? I mean, one N? No, there's two N's. I think sometimes when you look at a word a lot of times, or many times, it seems like you're spelling it wrong. Okay, annual. I don't know why that looks so weird to me. So the first, annual expenses can be anything that you have coming up, so that you know is going to hit every year. The first one I'm going to do is memberships. This can be something like AAA or Amazon Prime. I know that Amazon also has a monthly. It's going to be hard to fit. It's a little bit cheaper to do annually. I'm still deciding this year if I'm going to renew my Amazon membership. It renews in September, and I feel like I just don't use it as much anymore, and I'm not sure if it's worth the cost. And then this will be renewals. So I know renewals sound a lot like memberships, but this is for like your driver's license or your car registration. I just renewed my driver's license by mail, and that was $25, and I had it accounted for. Luckily it was by mail because today New Jersey DMV's opened and people started lining up at midnight. So that's not something I wanted to have to go to do. Okay, now those are the two annual ones, but really it's any type of membership or renewal or something that you know is going to come up every year, you know, without a doubt. Okay, now I want to talk about certain months. So I'm going to write 6 months here. And this is for holidays. I save for the holidays 6 months ahead. So if I'm saving for Hanukkah or Christmas, I'll do it around this time. Well, actually, probably May or June. But if you're someone who celebrates other holidays that are throughout the year, like maybe you do Easter baskets for your kids or something, you'll want to do that 6 months before that holiday. So also, I mean, you may want to do it a year in advance. I know many people who save the entire year for the holidays, and that's doable too. I try to include it just 6 months into my budget. Now we have birthdays. So I'm going to write 1 to 2 months. And this, I think, depends on how much money you're looking to save and how much room you have in your budget. So, like, my niece's birthday is next month. So in my July budget, I've accounted for that because I don't really need to spread it out over 2 months. And again, you can always do more time. This is just a recommendation based on my experience. Okay, parties. Parties, I'm going to say 3 to 6 months. And this can be a birthday party, an anniversary party. And I say 3 to 6 months because it also depends on how much you're looking to spend or how much room, again, you have in your budget. Maybe it's a holiday party. Okay, and sort of in the line of birthdays and thoughtful with gifts, I'm going to do anniversary, and let's say 2 to 4 months, depending on how big you go for your anniversary or what you do for it. So I know some people do a trip or if you do a big gift. Anniversary. Okay, so these are the 12 savings categories that I try to account for in my budget. Sometimes I don't always, I don't really save for an anniversary or for parties because I'm not throwing any. But the ones that I find most important are emergency, medical, home repair, vacation, car repair, thoughtful, membership and renewals, hopefully if I remember. Sometimes if I don't, they're usually not that big that that it cuts out into a problem area of my budget. The other thing I want to note here, I didn't really write down, is general. You should always have a general savings. And for me, general savings is separate from emergency. Emergency, I only let myself touch when a true emergency happens. But I didn't include it here because I kind of felt like general savings should always be included. But that's definitely something to keep in mind. I want to adjust this P a little bit again right there, one more layer. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. Let me know in the comments what you budget for or what you'd like to budget for. I do have a whole series of budget videos coming up that I'm really excited to share with you. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and I would love if you subscribed. I'll see you next time.